My name is Nina Karadzieva. I'm 92 years old. I live in Sofia in Macedonia, Buva. Some years ago, maybe 4 or more, I felt some pains in the abdomen. It began to swell, to hurt, and I didn't know what to do. I went to the Pirogov emergency hospital. They had a look. Oh, they said, well, there is a big tumor there, 10 to 11. An operation is absolutely needed. Immediately we'll give you a bed here and we'll operate you on in no more than 2 days. You'll be relieved. There is no other way. This is the only one. Then I said, no, I don't want any operation. Because I had so many operations so far and now, at the end of life, an operation again. What has come to take me, let it take me. I don't want anything more. And that's how I went home. And when I came home, I said to myself, well, now what are you going to do with this lump there, this tumor in the abdomen? It won't disappear of its own free will. And I looked at the table. This is the most unbelievable thing in the whole story. There was a newspaper on the table open exactly on these magical mushrooms. I opened it and said, God, it isn't accidental this thing to happen here. Exactly at the moment when I'm coming back and they are telling me about an operation, now they are offering me some mushrooms here. Let's go and see if something will come of it. And if it won't, what is decided will happen next. And in this way, I began taking these mushrooms. I went and made a consultation with Dr. Christoph. He told me, you'll take these and these, maybe 4 bottles of different things. Which wasn't that little, but yet 2 of these, 2 of those before, after eating and so on. But strictly, very strictly I kept to it. Plus a very rigid diet. No meat and no sausages, no such food. Bread, ready bread only. I had to bake my own bread with soda, baking soda breads. No dairy products and such. A very heavy diet. But I kept the regime very strictly. And in 2 or the 3rd month, I saw that my abdomen was going down, and at the end it became simply soft. Just a normal abdomen. I went to see my doctor and he told me, how long will it take to decide whether to have the operation or not? I won't be operated on, doctor. Take a look. I don't have a tumor anymore. How come you don't? Well, I don't have it. He touched my stomach and said, but there isn't any indeed. In this way, all that I've done was thanks to these pills with mushrooms and to the diet, of course, which was also something very important. So, thank God, to this day such a thing hasn't reappeared. And I think that I've got rid of it. And if something else comes, I look for a remedy for it as well. I had taken them for a long time until recently because I have a serious disease, osteoporosis. I looked at the reference book and saw that 2 of the bottles that were offered there were prescribed for osteoporosis. And then I came here and I said, give me this and this. I'm taking these for osteoporosis and they really relieve me. Now, if I'm getting worse or not, but I don't feel such serious pains in the legs and in the waist as I've had so far. My best friend, this is very interesting, Both of us had pains in the abdomen at the same time. Both of us had a swollen abdomen. Well, absolutely the same thing. Both of us went to the Prerogov Emergency Hospital, were examined there. They found absolutely the same tumor in her as in me. Only it was in my left ovary, while it was in her right one. I decided straight away that I wouldn't be operated on, and she went home. Her daughter, however, said, "No herbs, because the doctor says, enough of this. These herbs, those are crooks. They'll only take your money and won't cure you." But I told her, it's only herbs that I trust, no knife anymore. And I began to treat myself with these pills. And a diet, of course, which I kept to very strictly. Meanwhile, she went from doctor to doctor. They examined her until they decided that nothing would help her but a knife, an operation. And she was operated on, but at that point 2 months had passed in examination after examination. And when they opened her, she was full of metastases, and they finished the intervention, and in a month she departed from this life. She was my best friend, I always sorrow for. And I, in this way, remained on my pills. On my life-saving pills, which settled my abdomen. It came down, and this tumor inside disappeared. And in this way, so far, thank God, with, of course, the diet, which, as I said, was very important.